that will be presented by Juncal Espinosa. Effects of prescribed burning on litterfall biomass in mixed stands of Pinus nigra and Pinus pinaster and pure stands of Pinus nigra in the Cuenca Mountains.
So I would like to express my gratitude for this great opportunity and congratulations for the organization. So I'm going to speak about the effects of prescribed burning and pure and mixed stands in Cuenca. Our study is being developed into the frame of a brief project in the National Institute of Agricultural Research, Technology and Food, and specifically in the Forest Research Center. And our goals are to analyze the effect of prescribed burning on the litterfall patterns in pure and mixed stands of Pinus nigra and Pinus pinaster, improve the prescriptions parameters in connection with the affection of the crown tree, and contrast the effect of prescribed burning in the evolution of pure and mixed forest ecosystems. The study is located in a central eastern of Spain, in the region of Castilla-La Mancha, Cuenca Mountains, called in Spain, La Serranía de Cuenca, in the area of Pozuelo and Beteta. The mean annual temperature of the area is 12 degrees with minimum below zero in winter months and maximum around 30 degrees in summer months. The dry season is summer too. And the annual mean precipitation is 600 millimeters, 100 millimeters in summer. This is the area. Some photographs of our thumb. The altitude for the thumb is 1,000 meters, 1,000 meters, 1,020 in some points. The slope is 5%. And in this way, we want to eliminate the border effect in our study. Both of them, El Pozuelo and Beteta, are natural stands. Beteta was managed in 1960, and Pozuelo have not been managed, actually. The regeneration has an irregular distribution due to the light input or seed quality of the area. About our stand characteristics are very similar in both, in El Pozuelo and Beteta, only the stand density is different. And one of the most important parameters is the first light branch height. This is the same in 2 areas, 7 or 8, that mean. It's important for the power of convection in prescribed fires. About burn measurement, we carry out pre and post burn measurement, like identification and characterization of trees, count of number of regenerated trees, inventory of the shrubland transect, this is this, dead fuel inventory by the technique with Brown, soil sampling with soil monoliths, and we register the temperature in back and in ambient with thermocouples. And next, we characterize the prescribed burns. About experimental design, we selected plots of 20 per 20, but our traps or collector were installed in a plot of 30 per 30 from the center of the point, and for each area, El Pozuelo and Beteta, we establish block designs, burning in spring, burning in autumn, and non-intervention plot with 3 replicates each other. Total number of plots are 18. The burn spring were carried out in May of 2016, and autumn burns were carried out in November of 2016. After the 8th round, we installed 8 traps per plot, following the recommendations and parameters established in ICP Forest. Top of height of the collector is 1.20 meters. The collection area is 0.38 square meters. The material of the mesh don't interact with our samples and allow the drainage, but don't allow the thinner material can escape. The recollection is monthly, and the distribution of traps in the plots are systematical, and we expect that our project continue during at least 2 years more. About our preliminary results, it's important to say that these are preliminary results, so that we have to wait at the end of the project for more accurate conclusions. So, in the first graph, in the case of Beteta, although the trend is the same in burning and not burning plots, there is an increase in the amount of lithophile biomass in the burning plots. This may indicate that after burn exists increase in the lithophile that capture the soils, but we need to verify that this increase in the lithophile is mitigated with the time or continue. In the case of this continue, maybe the positive effects of prescribed burning can contrast with high apport for biomass to the soil. About our patterns of lithophile biomass, all plots have the same and have a peak in the summer months from August to October, but the difference between the plots that burning and not burning, in the case of Beteta, as high in the first month that in the time passed. It's other important thing that we can see in our results or preliminary results, that in the mixed stands exists a difference, important difference between all plots, burning and not burning. And one possibility, one prediction is that mixed stand can absorb the perturbance of the disturbance, of prescribed burning. It can be seen there on the other. The difference between all plots are by variability. So for the purpose of our study, we established 3 groups of biomass: needles, branch with a diameter of less of 2 centimeters, and others. Into the others, there are flowers, lichens, leaves of other species, all things that can capture the traps. Maybe in this other graph, you can see better. In the first month, this is an example for Beteta in the plot number 2, burning after burning in the spring. The color blue is needles and the color purple is pine cones. In the first month, May, the number of the little isn't higher than in the August, for example. Here there are evolutions. And finally, we are working with Foresterio. Foresterio is an INEA patent from 25. Foresterio takes hemispheric stereoscopic images and photographs and can transfer these photographs in 3D images and automatic calculations like profile equations, area bathymetric cut, and a complete characterization of the stands. We are working with Foresterio to characterize our trees grounds and compare the results on different months and compare the evolution after the burns in months. Our conclusion, preliminary conclusion, is that in our knowledge, this is one of the first studies to evaluate lithophile biomass and prescribed burning. There are preliminary data, and we will have to wait the evolution of the study. In general, needle lithophile increase in summer severely in all plots, burning, not burning in the 2 areas, but Mrs. Stan is showing results more heterogeneous than pure star, more variability. This is all.
Thank you very much. So we have 5 minutes for questions.
Spanish or?
Thank you, Juncal. I have a question. I may have
sorry.
I can speak in Spanish.
Ok. Prefiero
Vale.
contestarte en español si no te importa.
Vale. Igual me lo perdí, pero cuando hablaba, los dos fuegos prescritos en las dos zonas fueron exactamente iguales de intensidad. Los termologgers que estaban registrando las temperaturas en la corteza, ¿era todo parecido o...?
Sí, los fuegos de primavera, los fuegos de otoño se ejecutaron igual, la metodología es igual a la hora de instalar los termopares, pero los fuegos no se puede evitar que no sean, o varía la intensidad o varía el viento, o a lo largo del día cambia la temperatura, entonces hay variabilidad. Lo que pasa es que eso se caracteriza, entonces también se sabe si la quema puede ser más intensa, menos intensa, hay más severidad en la quema o menos. Como también eso se llega a medir, nosotros se contrasta. Vale.
¿Encontraste diferencia entre las dos? Porque tú achacas los resultados diferentes en la Litterfall, los achacas
Sí.
a otras cosas, pero no pueden ser también parte de las características de las dos quemas.
Sí, puede ser, las diferencias pueden estar, son predicciones, la diferencia puede estar en la amortiguación que las masas mixtas pueden tener en las quemas o puede estar en otros factores. Como estamos en una fase inicial del proyecto, es necesario evaluarlo y llegar a más conclusiones. Puede ser que existan otros factores de zona o de quema que puedan influir y no sea exactamente la masa mixta la que esté dando la repercusión o esté dando los datos.
Gracias.
Nada.
Buenos días y muchas gracias por la iniciativa. Dos preguntas muy rápidas. ¿Se midieron longitudes de llama cuando hicisteis quema? ¿Se tuvieron en cuenta eso a la hora de a ver cómo afectaba las acículas?
¿Se midieron longitudes de llama? Sí, se llegan a medir longitudes de llama a través de la metodología, a través de fotografía. Sí que se tiene en cuenta. Sobre todo las diferencias están, o las diferencias que se quieren marcar es en las quemas de primavera, quemas de otoño. ¿Vale? O sea que la diferente severidad está ahí. Luego dentro de las quemas, bueno, pues es inevitable que unas quemas empiecen a 1 hora de la mañana y tengan unas características y a la medida que pasa la mañana otras tengan otras características, pero sí se tiene en cuenta, claro.
Y luego, ¿crees que no sé si tuvisteis en cuenta técnicas de ignición o si en un futuro vais también a estudiar eso, si afecta de una manera u otra el comportamiento del fuego que le vais a dar, o lo tuvisteis en cuenta, no lo tuvisteis en cuenta?
En principio la técnica de ignición se utilizó fajas por ser la más uniforme y para este proyecto no está previsto otras técnicas de comprobar si las técnicas de ignición pueden tener influencia en el caso del estudio en la afección a la copa. Pero bueno, es interesante planteamiento. Anímate.
Gracias.
Nada.
Bueno, muchas gracias. Muchas gracias por todo. Thank you very much for all who attend the session. Thank you very much, Juncal, one time more.